Welcome back to Hidden Frames, where we dive deep into the stories behind the screen. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of Priest, a 2011 dystopian action horror film you probably missed but shouldn't have. In a world where the church controls everything, one man breaks their sacred oath to save the only family he has left. The film opens in a post-apocalyptic future, ravaged by a centuries-old war between humans and vampires. These aren't your glittery bloodsuckers, these are primal, beast-like creatures, born from the shadows. To combat them, the church trained a secret group of warriors called the Priests. They were powerful, fast, deadly, and when the war ended, they were discarded, hidden away by the very institution they served. Paul Bettany plays the titular priest, a battle-hardened warrior who's long been living in exile. But when his niece is kidnapped in a vampire raid, Priest goes rogue. Defying the church's orders, he sets out on a dangerous mission, one that leads him deep into the desert wastelands, far beyond the church's control. With the help of a sheriff named Hicks and another priestess, he uncovers a terrifying truth. The vampires are evolving and planning a full-scale attack. Priest isn't just a vampire movie, it's a story about blind faith, totalitarian control, and personal redemption. The church symbolizes a system that fears change, one that silences its greatest defenders, and they no longer serve its purpose. Priest's journey is about reclaiming his identity, trusting his instincts, and choosing family over obedience. Visually, Priest blends Western grit with cyberpunk flair. Dark cathedrals tower over sterile cities, dusty deserts stretch into blood-red skies. Every frame is drenched in graphic novel energy, and for good reason. The film is based on a Korean comic series, I Minwoo Hyung. In the final act, Priest faces off against the Vampire Queen and her human-turned-vampire servant, Black Hat, once a fellow warrior. Though he wins, the threat isn't over. The church denies the vampire resurgence, and Priest knows the real war has only just begun. The ending sets up a sequel that sadly never came. But maybe that's why Priest feels like a forgotten relic, a warning that sometimes the real monsters were rogues. What did Priest get right, and what held it back? Let me know in the comments. And if you're into dark, underrated films like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because Hidden Frames always reveals what others overlook.